Hello everyone, welcome to our series on configuring GitHub Desktop for Unity. Today, we'll be covering how you can set up your Unity project as a source control repository. We'll walk you through the installation process and how you can set up a repository from a new Unity project. To start off, you can download GitHub Desktop from the GitHub website. Once it's finished setting up, you can go over here to the top bar, click File, and then Options. From here, you can click the Sign In button to connect your GitHub account to the app. If you don't have a GitHub account yet, you can create one by providing your email, a password, and a username. Once you sign up, you can create a repository that can be set to your Unity project from the app itself. To do this, go to the top bar, click File, and then New Repository. From here, you can give your repository a name and a description. You can also choose the local path, which is the location on your computer where your repository folder will be created in. Since this is just a temporary location, I recommend keeping the local path to somewhere like your desktop where it's easy to find. Next, you can choose to initialize your repository with a readme file, which is basically just a file that gives a description on your repository's GitHub page. Now this next step is really important. You want to set the gitignore over here to Unity. What the gitignore does is it basically prevents unnecessary files and folders from being included in your repository. Finally, you'll be able to set the license that you'd like your project to have. You'll be able to change this later, so you can set it to none for now. Once you click Create Repository, you can find the repository folder in the local path that you've set. When you open it up, there should be a Git folder, a Git attributes file, and a gitignore file. If you don't see the Git folder, you'll need to enable hidden files. On Windows 11, you can do this by going to the File Explorer's top bar, clicking View, then Show, and then clicking Hidden Items. In order for you to turn your Unity project into the repository, you'll need to transfer these three files into your Unity project's project folder. You can do this by opening up your Unity project folder in another window and dragging these three items into the project folder itself. After that, you'll need to go back into GitHub Desktop and change the location of the repository to the project folder where you moved the Git files to. If you've done everything right so far, you should see the Changes section listing all of the essential Unity files in your project folder. Great! Now before you press the blue commit button, you want to make sure that your gitignore has been configured correctly. To do this, you can check that the files and changes only come from either the Assets, Packages, or Project Settings folders. If you see any files from either the Library, Logs, or User Settings folder, you'll need to reconfigure your gitignore file. To do this, you can open up the gitignore file in a text editor like Notepad and replace the whole thing with a proper Unity gitignore. Now, you'll be able to commit your project onto your repository. You'll need to fill in the summary section, you can add a description if you want, and once you're done, you can click the blue commit button. After that, you can click the Publish Repository button to publish your repository onto GitHub. You can choose a repository name, a description, and you can choose whether the repository shows up publicly on your profile. Click Create Repository and there you go. You've now successfully turned your Unity project into a Git repository. Good luck collaborating and thanks for watching.